Hello everybody, it is me, BioZero, and I am back for another episode of the Let's Play series. I am over at Spawn Island today, and I got a couple things to show you from last episode. Last episode, we blew up the houses on Spawn Island and burnt down the forest here to clear room because I wanted to get ready to build a castle. Now I've already started the wall that I said I was going to build in the last episode, and let's take you outside of the work area that I'm in right here and show you the wall. And I'll explain the work area in a minute, but first let's just show off the wall. So we cleared away. I did repair this nether portal, but we cleared away all of the land right here and set up this perimeter wall. Let me fly around to give you a better view of what I'm talking about. So if I come up into the sky and turn around, you can see there's actually a perimeter wall, and there's this large flat area right outside of it. And I decided to clear away all of the land out here for the reason of castles usually have like like flat lawns around them to kind of give them some kind of defensive edge. Also, I just needed a clean workspace to work with because I don't want to leave the wall just barren like this. I want to make structures coming out from the walls. I want to do detail work and stuff like that. Over here is the area that I have not yet completed. I left it like this so I could show you guys sort of what it looks like before I finished. And that was a surface layer right there where I just built the wall on top of the grass. And this is how far I had to dig down and clear the land away to get this area flat. And you may notice these weird blue prismarine tunnels coming out of the side of my old spawn island. And what these are is I figured if I'm going to develop like a castle town here, then what's important is like a sewer system, or at least some kind of water system. I don't know. I'm just calling it the sewer system. But essentially, do I have torches? Yeah, I'm going to need torches because it's dark in here. Essentially, I built this little channel, and this channel goes all the way through the island and branches out to a couple different openings. And it all merges into the center area here. See, it goes out to the ocean that way, comes around here. There's this, I don't know how that egg got there. And so all these paths merge. I think there's one more path over here. Yeah, right down there. And it's dark. So this is the sewer tunnel essentially that I built for the castle. And I don't have a way to link it up to the castle yet. However, there is this drain tunnel that I built here, which if we follow down this prismarine tube or pipe, takes us underneath Spawn Island to the I don't know what you would call this, the chamber, I don't know. Really don't know what to call this structure down here that I dug out. But yeah, the pipe definitely drains down into here, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I might eventually terraform down here and create like a lake or something. I don't know. At the moment, it's just being used for no particular reason. Whoa, I did not mean to fly over here. But I guess since I'm over here... Oh, you know what? I wanted to show you how the center area, too. If we come up here across these old structures, it kind of got damaged over the times, and now the pipes intersect them, so it doesn't look as pretty as it once did, but I kind of like the deteriorated look, the aesthetic. And we come up these stairs, and we are in the boiler room, is what I'm calling this area. I want to this was the original Spawn Island area where this was like my original house. I think the bed's still there, which is kind of funny. But I want to turn this area into like the boiler room. We got one villager where'd he go? There's a villager hanging out somewhere around here. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's running. He's running away. Come on, I'm trying to show you off for the video. Come here. So he's my master stonemason. What do you call him? Yeah, the mason. And I've just been trading him bricks, which I don't really need to do. I've just kind of been doing it for fun. And I'm placing bricks all over down here to make it feel more like dungy and sweaty and gross down here. Like a, I don't know, like a boiler room. And so that's kind of been the plan for this area, because it's essentially just like my chest room with my chest monster. Over here we got the chest monster with all of the blocks and junk that I've been accumulating. I got random shulker boxes with more random junk. It's just it's a mess. Here's the remainder of my TNT that I used when I blew up those houses. But real quick, before I get started with the next section of the video, I wanted to try to work out some of these structures along the wall. Because right now, as it stands, if you come to the island, the only way to get into it or onto the castle is through the sewer drains, which is kind of a weird way to do it. I would much rather there be like actual stairs and structures. And so that's what I want to try to figure out right now. Now, I gotta keep in mind all of the structures that are gonna be here. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of room here. Plus, there's probably gonna be some kind of bridge that connects over to the Prismarine farm. This is the road, the main road of my world that leads to my city. So the road needs to have some kind of entrance, I guess, like a grand entrance. And actually, I'm thinking, since it intersects the wall here, and I guess here too, I should build like like 2 square castle towers right here as like a gate, like an entrance gate. And I can put the staircase right here, right? So let's go ahead and try to figure that out. So I'm going to go ahead and just come up to here. This is going to be one end of it. How big should this be is the first question I'm asking myself. So this is going to be the center of it. I want it to come out this way, and then that way. Let's try 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to make it odd numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 5 from the center on each side. So that's what I meant by 5. So this makes it, what, 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It makes it 9, which is perfect. So let's try to make it a 9 by 9 square. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Then did I count that right? That looks, yeah, that looks right. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I did it right. And then just complete it over here. Oh, no, I didn't. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, okay. I counted 9 from. Gotcha. So how does this look? Is that about the right size? Let's go up one here so I can see what it's going to look like next to the road. Let's go a little thicker here too, just so it'll give me a better view for my judgment. Because yeah, actually I think that's a pretty good size. And then have one on this side too, because I need it to be large enough to feel big and imposing. And if I make it any smaller than this, then it's probably gonna feel like dainty, you know? So let's go ahead and see how it's gonna connect to here. So obviously it's gonna connect down to the wall like this. And then the staircase should be about here. Maybe, how should the stairs work? Because this is the castle wall, right? So the wall is probably going to be, how many blocks wide should it be? Actually, right here should be a good indicator of how wide it should be. 3 blocks wide. That way it can blend right into the tower area here. So if we do the walkway 3 blocks wide, I don't know how tall it should be. Because right now I believe this layer here of height is 1 block higher than the top of the sewer entrance. So maybe we should go 2 blocks higher just to give it a little more distance. So right here for the wall height. And then, of course, there's going to be like wood or something right here as the floor. Let's just fill it in with stone blocks for now just to get the idea. And then, well, if this is going to be the top of the wall and this is going to be the floor, then we're going to want it to open up right here. 2, 3. Should it be 3 blocks? It seems kind of like a small entrance. But, I mean, I guess that works because technically that's the grand entrance, the road. So this is like a side entrance. The side entrance doesn't need to be grand. So, yeah, that works. So let's bring this out. Come over here. 2, 3, 4. That should probably line up just perfectly with that. And then make this come out. Just like here. Okay, and then of course there's probably going to be like the wall's going to continue like this. And then the stairs will essentially come down like so. And that works perfectly because actually, check this out, we got a 3x3 area right there. So that's a pretty good way to start this this project, I think. Let's see if I can connect this corner down. Now, of course, I'm not going to do all the decoration on camera. I'm just trying to figure out the basic outline of how the structure is going to come together. And it's going to take me a few minutes to actually fill in the walls and decide like the details of everything. But right now, I think what I got going is coming along pretty well. Of course, I'm going to fill that in. Let's see. Let's do the other side real quick just to get a good view of what the entrance might look like. So we are right here. That's the center line. Oh, nice. So let's just come to here. And I can cheat a little bit. I don't have to count for this first row. Nor do I have to count for this row. Then go out 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do it again on this side just to make sure I counted that right. I think I did. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I did. Okay. So then that would connect back over here. Perfect, perfect. And I'm going to try to... Ooh, and good. It matches just perfectly with the beach here, so it doesn't have to... I don't have to extend the island at all. Okay. How does it work here? Does it just barely... Yes, it does. Oh, not there. 1, 2... Oh. 3, 1, 2, bloop, bloop. Blop, blop. Okay. Then, of course, this one. Okay, nice, nice. Let's go ahead and just kind of fill it out from the ground to see how it's turning out. So I'm realizing there's going to be like a big hollow space underneath these stairs. I'm not sure what... Well, actually, for stuff like this, I can set up like a horse barn or maybe like a storage area. I don't know. Not like a storage area for me, but for like the villagers who live at this castle. Yeah. So now this wall here, I'm gonna have to figure that out later. But this is looking really cool. Let's do one more side structure real quick, and I want to move on with the second project for today. So for the last side structure I want to do is probably going to be another structure. Of course, I'm being repetitive because I'm trying to think where I want to put this. I want to do, yeah, here's like this really big flat wall here. I'm thinking I want kind of like a lighthouse tower structure here, which is going to have a big tower that's going to connect into the castle, and then another staircase here as well. So I'm not sure exactly how to center it, if I should even worry about centering it at all, or just try to go with more of an organic flow. Let's see. I think I'm not going to worry about it being too precise and centered, so let's just see what room I got. Let's go ahead and start doing it probably about the same size as those towers. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Try to get a good feel for where I want it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's too close. Let's try to do it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait. Am I counting this right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, there I am. And I know it's a rectangle because I'm trying to space it out from the wall appropriately. Of course, the wall I did not fill in yet, so I'm going to fill it with stone bricks. And no, this isn't going to be like all stone bricks when I'm done. I'm going to be building this out of prismarine and stone too. So I'm going to use the blue and the gray textures together and try to find a nice balance of the two. And I think it's going to be a pretty cool color scheme. I know there's so many different blocks in the game right now, but I really just wanted to go back to my roots and use a lot of stone bricks because I really like stone bricks. Yeah, I think they just have a simple and a nice texture. So that's why I'm using these. And plus, with the prismarine, I love how cobbled prismarine changes colors. I love the lanterns, and it's just, you need a contrast color. You don't want it all to be gray. So let's keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this one, I don't think I want it to be perfectly square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I don't want it to be perfectly square. I want this structure to be more rounded. So let's go ahead and try to, from 2 blocks from each end, I'm going to place these to try to give it a more circular appearance. Because this one, there's no point in making it a perfect square out all the way out here. And I'm out of stone bricks. Okay, let's salvage some from here. Nice. I think that would be a good start to this build. And I was thinking of when I'm thinking of how I'm gonna do the layout for this, and I might do another staircase going up right here, or I might just do it that this tower itself is the staircase, and then you have to travel from this across like a little bridge, like across this gap here, into the castle. So that might be better than a little staircase. And as for the other parts of the island, this is another large flat wall, which I probably want to do another type of build here, possibly on the highest part of the wall again, which would be here. And I'm just gonna place it down randomly just to because I don't have enough blocks to actually make it work. But right there, I'm gonna do another tower. Oh, excuse me, connected over to the castle. Here, maybe 2. I don't know. This might be, I don't know, because this is a lot of land right here. Somewhere, too, I have to make, like, a boating dock, because obviously we're in the middle of the ocean, so we need some kind of, like, system for docking our boats and stuff. So, somewhere around here, there's going to be a boat dock. The elytra wings make you like collapse into the water like that by accident. Okay, well, I think that's good for this part. I'm gonna go ahead and do a lot of this off camera and keep building here, but for that might be for the next episode, because I have plans for what to do for the rest of today. And let me show you real quick, give you an idea of what we're gonna do. So actually, I'll show you in a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back. What is that? That's an axolotl sticking his head through the wall. So I am back in my UFO base, and I wanted to show you guys that, well, real quick, right now we are in pre-release 6 for 1.20. And if you guys have been following the updates, it's the archaeology update, and one of the things they added was the suspicious sand and being able to feather dust areas to find like pottery shards and stuff. Now, I have a couple pottery shards that I've acquired from exploring, but something that I found that I'm really excited about, and that's what I want to play with next, is, so this is my map right here. Is that little green dot, if you can see it. Anyway, I can show you this better. Here. Let me stand on some shulkers. There we go. Give myself something to stand on so you can see it better. There you go. So if you see that little green dot, that is where we are now. That is the UFO base across this bridge, and for some reason it's not loaded in, but the bridge goes up, and that is our Spawn Island castle area. Now, I have explored all this before, however, I lost the maps somehow. And so I went ahead and just, since it's pre-release 6, I went ahead and re-explored this whole area. And you see this white patch here. That is some corruption. For some reason, the chunks there got deleted, and they had to regenerate. So this is all like brand new terrain right here in this white strip. And it's very odd and glitched terrain, because in this glacier ocean over here, I don't know what it's called, the icy ocean, there was actually, oh, thank you, Cloud, that really helps. There was actually some warm ocean ruins on the bottom over there, which I was able to discover some sniffer eggs. And over here too, on this side of the map, this is where my friend Blood lives, this whole area there. And go away, Cloud. This whole area is very corrupted, and it's very interesting, and I think I should show you real quick in this video what it looks like. Probably near the end I'll go over to the corrupted lands, because I've never seen it before. You see these rivers? There is actually oceans that have generated underneath this entire sand mass, and it's just floating on the ocean. It's bizarre. I think possibly what happened is when I downloaded my server, or my world, from the MC Pro Hosting's website, there was probably a little bit of corruption that took place during the download. And so a lot of these chunks had errors. Like these are a lot of chunk errors down here. But it just makes my world that much more interesting to me. So I'm not really bothered by it. And back on the subject, I was able to find some more sniffer eggs. I think in this area here, in some warm ocean ruins, which is kind of funny because I actually found them on land. They didn't spawn in the ocean like the other ruins do. It spawned literally on the shore. So here are my golden boys. I got me 3 sniffer eggs, and that is what I want to experiment and play with today, is the sniffer. Now, I'm not just going to place the eggs and let them roam. That would be too nice of me. I am actually going to set up a sniffer farm today. I want to build a system for taking care of my sniffer boy. And so I can collect the seeds that he sniffs up and farm more sniffers and hopefully repopulate my server with this extinct little guy. I'm looking for a stone cutter, but I'm talking and can't think of where I put it. So that is what I'm going to do. So let's go ahead for the beginning part of my sniffer farm. I want to build it all out of deep slate bricks, because I want to build the Sniffer Farm in the shape of, or not the shape, but the color scheme of the sniffer. So I want black for the sniffer's feet, and then I know it's green and red. So I think I'm going to use the nether wart blocks as a decoration. And then what is really nice and green? Slime would not work. I guess I could use like any type of leaf, right? Yeah, let's get down and work on it before I decide what leaf color to use. Because the color or the biome is gonna have to dictate that. I think I'm gonna build it in this area, but depending on where I build it, will depend on if it needs. What am I thinking? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make this easy on myself, and I'm going to use a crap ton of redstone blocks and just power the entire floor, so I don't have to worry about torching up my powered rails, or not torching them, but using anything else for them. What? I have too much stuff. Here, let's get rid of the bucket and grab a little bit more rails. There we go. Okay, I got rails, I got my blocks. Let's go to sleep because the phantoms are gonna attack me. Because I haven't slept for like 5 days. Alrighty, let's see where I should build this at. I'm thinking, of course, not in the sky. Like, I could easily build it on the UFO itself. I don't want to build it in this area because the grass color is really ugly. But I'm thinking possibly over in this area here. Except there's no clear area. I'd have to cut down some trees. Why did I plant all these trees? Let me fly around a bit more, see if there's another location that I can set this up. Right here would be really nice, to be honest, because it's close enough to the UFO and close enough to the deep city down there. Yes, I don't care about the leaf color. I can use spruce leaves, and I think they'll still be pretty green. Or if not, I'll use like wool or something. I'll figure it out. So let's just go ahead and clear away all this grass so I can see what I'm working with. I think it's easier to do this with a water bucket, but oh well. Okay, so this is a nice little spot. Now let's go ahead and dig out the floor, because what I'm thinking is I'm going to build a grass pin for the sniffers where they can walk around and sniff their grass and pull out as many seeds as they want. And I'm going to have a minecart track with a hopper in it going underneath it, collecting all of the drops that they sniff out of the ground and collecting it all into a chest at the end. So it's going to be like an automatic way of picking up the sniffer seeds, because I don't know how the sniffer seeds work yet, but I've heard that you can't actually like cultivate them very well. I'm not sure. So if I put the redstone block underneath the block, okay, noted, that does not power the powered rail, so there's no reason for this these redstone blocks. Okay, that didn't work. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna ignore the redstone blocks for now. So where should the chest be? I don't know how. I'm gonna decide how big I want this area. I want it somewhat big, not too close to the edge, because I want some room to decorate, be able to walk around it. So we do it like this. That should be good enough for this direction. And I might have to change like the thickness of this or whatever based on if. And wait, do sniffers despawn if they got too much room to walk around in? These are all very good questions that I don't have the answers for. I'm sure this isn't too big. Maybe it is, I don't know. How many sniffers do I plan on keeping in here is the question. Hmm. Well, they're a big mob. I don't think I'd want to keep them in a smaller pen than this. So let's go ahead and clear away the torches and fill this area in. Okay, so now I finished filling in the deep slate bricks, and I gotta say, I am really good at eyeballing things sometimes. This is exactly 20 by 20 blocks, and I did not do the math until it was done, and I got it perfect. So, pretty happy about that. Now, the next step is I want to set up where the collection area is going to be, and I'm pretty sure I want it to be in the front. Now, of course, I could just do one chest in the front, and so here's my test: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which would mean this would be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. So if I do it like this, oh, I was gonna say I interrupted myself with that counting. Sorry. I was gonna do just one chest here, but if I do two, then it gives the minecart more time to drop off the items as it passes by. Plus, it gives me a little bit extra storage in case like I don't visit this for a while. So I figured I might as well just put two chests here and have the minecart tracks go over it, like so. How do I thought you can place tracks on top of chests. Was I wrong? Did oh, I remember. No, they don't go on chests. They go over hoppers, and then the hoppers go into the chest. Duh. Well, then does that mean I would have to raise this whole platform up? Huh, because I don't... No, I think it's worth just putting the chests into the ground here so I don't have to do that. So let's go ahead and grab some hoppers real quick. The hoppers are right up here. Won't take me much time at all to grab them. That's what I love about this place. I just need 4. Oh, did I just toss some pressure plates? Okay, I think I put them away. Whee! So we come right down here. And I need to dig a hole for this. And now the chests will have to go right here because you can't put minecart tracks on top of a chest. But you can put minecart tracks on top of a hopper. Like so. And then of course there's going to be powered rails all over the place. And I thought about it. How am I going to power the rails from underneath? And you know, typically you don't need to use a ton of levers, just one for every powered rail. But I've done this before with the bee farm, and trying to find the exact location of each powered rail that you use is pretty tricky. So I'm just going to go ahead and cover every single block with a lever. So I'm just going to go ahead and dig out this entire space underneath it, and I'm going to cover every single block with a lever. Make it easier on myself. Okay, here's the end. Definitely gonna need torches. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this in montage form. So I'll be right back. So do you feel it? Do you hear it? No? Well, let me explain. This floor is electrified. So that took me longer than I had expected. I don't think you need to do it this way. I think I definitely went overkill, and I do not recommend doing this method that I did. This is a little bit under 400 levers, however you want to call it. And I did it that way so I don't have to worry about where I place the powered rail. I know that wherever I end up placing them, they're going to receive power. Now, I think I was going a little bit crazy doing that in the meantime, because that was a lot of placing and a lot of flicking of levers. And one thing to keep in mind is if I put them directly next to these chests, then I think diagonal's fine. But if they're here or here, then that powers the hopper, which locks it, and which would mean that the items would come into the hopper but not drain. So you don't want to power directly next to the hopper, or for that reason. So now I got to do basically the same thing, placing about 400 tracks on this black surface. Now, how I'm going to end up doing that is I need to create like a loop for the track. So I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use regular track for now. One section is going to come all the way up here. And I don't know how well this is going to work. If I'm lucky, then it will loop right back into itself and be happy and work just fine. So essentially it's going to loop around like this and just keep looping. Let's see, I don't know how much tracks I have. Keep looping back and forth, all the way to here. And I'm going to do this off camera. I'm not going to do this one a montage because I'm going to probably not be able to do it as quickly because I'm going to have to think about where to place the powered rails. But I will be right back once this track is laid out and you can see how it works. Be right back. Okay, I'm just going to say it, and I think you should never do it how I did it, because what I mean is the lever method I did. What you should do is place your tracks first and try to make a repeatable pattern like this, because I only need levers where the powered rails are. So I got a pretty easy pattern to follow, and if I would have just stuck with that, it would have saved me a lot of time. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and test this and see how well the hopper minecart works. If it goes through the track, no problem. Now I'm wondering if that's too fast or too slow. Well, as long as it circles through at least every like 5 minutes, it should be fine. And that's definitely quicker than 5 minutes. So I think this is going to be perfect. So now I need to build the next part, which is the grass. And I think that's going to be pretty simple. We just want to build a... How do I get up here, though? I don't have my jump boost. We just want to build a platform covering this entire thing out of grass. And this is where the sniffers are going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and build this section out. And I will be right back once that's done. I am ready for the moment of truth. I am pretty sure this place is pretty well built, and I am ready to place down my sniffer eggs. Of course, there is nothing in the sides here, but I don't think the sniffer eggs will hatch faster than I can place my red stained glass there. So I'm going to go ahead and place them down and see what happens. Ooh, that's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. It's actually a really cool color, too. So I got 3 of these guys. I'm just going to go ahead and plant all 3 of them. And I suppose now we wait. I guess in the meantime, I finish by filling in the stained glass here. I built this whole area to resemble the sniffer in at least the color pattern. Because the sniffer have little black feet, and then they have a red body, and then their backs are a green color. Now you might be wondering, why is there copper here? Because the aged copper is actually a very good representation of the color of their backs. So I did a strip of copper here, and I'm just waiting for it to age. And I guess I got one piece starting to age, but yeah, just got to give it time, and the grass is still spreading too, so can't really rush that. Just gotta let it do its thing. And I know red stained glass doesn't let you might not be able to see the sniffer further. Well, actually, it doesn't really affect the colors of what's behind it. It just kind of gives a reddish tinge, because the blue tree is still, yeah, it's all the same color. So the red glass shouldn't really mess with viewing the sniffers in here. I built a little viewing area. I'll show you that in a sec once I finish placing these. Okay, those are all placed, and let me go ahead and show you the little viewing area. Can't really get out of here by jumping, so I'm just going to use my rockets. Whoa! Ow. Okay, so this is how it looks, and of course I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this as well, and cover up the tracks, so no little zombies or anything goes up inside of there and messes with my little hopper mine cart. So all we gotta do is come here, and we can collect the sniffer seeds, and we come up these little observation areas, and I figure this is a pretty good way to see the sniffer from here. So we got both of these. Of course, I need to get rid of the dirt. Of course, I'm saying of course a lot today. Okay, well, I guess I will finish filling in the glass, and I'm just gonna hang out and wait until these eggs hatch, and I'll be back once we got some baby sniffers. Oh boy, I just barely missed it, but check it out. I can't see from here, can you? What is that? Oh, there you go. Another one hatched. There are all three of them now. Awesome, those are the baby sniffers. Wow, this is my first time seeing them in game. I've only seen videos on YouTube of what they look like during the snapshots. So this is my first time seeing these guys. I'm amazed that I didn't take more fall damage from that. So these are the snifflets. Oh my gosh, they're adorable. You hear the noises they make? Oh my gosh, they're awesome. I love them. Why are they so adorable? These guys are amazing. Now I gotta wait for them to grow up, I guess, and start sniffing out seeds. I don't know if they'll sniff seeds when they're babies like this. But let me show you what I was doing while I was waiting. It took exactly about 13 minutes for these guys to hatch. Oh, excuse me, had a hiccup. But let me show you what I built. So during those 13 minutes, I've been standing right here working on this little, just decorating and making this area nice. So I extended this path from the path to the tower here. So when you're on the main street in front of the church, you just walk right up this little tower, and instead of climbing up this big old thing, we head this way. And the sniffer breeder is just hanging out right here. And I think there's two types of plants they sniff out. I think it's the torch flower and the pitcher plant. I'm not sure if there's a third one, or I just have to wait and see, but I designed this based off the two types of plants they might sniff out. So this one, I want to grow one of them, and this one grows the other. And I figured this is a pretty cool little design I made. I mean, I was sitting here for 12 minutes staring at just one little area, so I went all out trying to decorate it and make it look as neat as possible. And I think I succeeded. Oh, I really like how these little viewing spots are perfect little overhangs for the water. And yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I want to wait a little bit longer and see, before I end this episode, I want to start collecting some seeds and get this to actually work, to prove the concept, you know. So I will be right back once these guys are grown up and I've got a couple seeds in here to show you guys. Okay, be right back. Oh, time to wake up. And what do we have here? So I went AFK for a couple hours actually, and I came back to a chest pretty full with torch flower seeds and pitcher pods. So I went ahead and planted the pitcher pods here and the torch flowers here, and these things just grew. They grow really fast. So our sniffer boys have been hard at work providing me with seeds. That's what they do. So proof of concept, the Sniffer Farm is indeed working. Now I don't know what these are supposed to look like when they're done, but I'm pretty sure these two are done. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick that. New recipe unlocked. Orange dye. So that is done. I got some torch flowers. Now I want to do an experiment. I don't know. I bet that's almost done. I feel like that's got one more growth phase. But my experiment that I want to do is, how do you breed these guys? And I don't know which particular seed you want, but I'm guessing it doesn't matter. I'm going to try torch flowers. No, they are not taking the torch flowers. Okay, no problem. That means I gotta wait a second for the pitcher plants, which, give it a moment. For now, I want to plant these here as a decoration, and let's fill in those spots where I'm missing some torch flowers. Just 2. Doop, doop. Okay, and any of you done? I want to punch this, but I don't know if it's actually done. I'll be back in a minute when these are finished growing. Okay, so instead of waiting around for these to grow, I figured I would try to bone meal them. I don't know if these guys work with bone meal, but everything else in Minecraft does, so why not give it a try? Okay. Oh, one. I think those are done growing. Let's see real quick. Yes, you can grow them instantly with bone meal. Good, good. Oh, no, that's all the way done. Oh, those are really cool looking. Wow. Those look really good. Let me grab a couple of these. 1, 2, 3. Let me get some more. 4, 5. And I'm pretty sure these are what you use to breed the sniffers. So what I want to do real quick is let's just finish the aesthetic. So now we can plant these wherever we want. So we can use them as dye, or we can plant them, which is cool. I think these are very nice decoration. I do wish that these provided light. Like, I mean, they're called torch flower, so shouldn't they? I mean, it's Minecraft. It doesn't have to be realistic. Torch flower can create light. I think that makes all the sense for Minecraft. But let's get inside my sniffer pin. There's no easy way in. I didn't really think about that except flying around. And let's go ahead and give them some pitcher plants. They're not taking this either? Did I can you not actually breed these guys? Because it's just placing them, huh? Okay, I'm confused. I'm gonna grab everything. Maybe they just use the seeds. Okay, so I've collected every single... Whoa, whoa, what was that leg spike? I've collected every single drop these guys give me. And do any of these get their attention? Ooh, torchflower seeds. Okay. Seems like the torchflower seeds work. And look at that. We got ourselves a brand new sniffer egg. Yeah, nothing else seems to get their attention, so it seems like it's the torchflower seeds. So I'm glad I figured that out in case anybody is watching this and wants to know how to breed your own sniffers. So I am going to place this down and introduce their baby. And hopefully I'm going to fill this with a bunch more sniffers so we get a lot more of the seeds. And then I'm going to go ahead and spread these guys out across the whole world and reintroduce them to the Minecraft world. Because I think they deserve it after being extinct for several hundred years, or who knows how long these guys were extinct for. So we are reviving them back to life in the most Minecrafty way that you can with a Minecraft farm or a minecart farm. What kind of farm would you call this? A sniffer farm. I mean, that's, yeah. We will bring the sniffers back with a sniffer farm. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. This episode was a lot of fun to make. I'm glad I have successfully built this. No hiccups other than not really knowing what I'm doing with the the seeds and placing that many levers. Like, if you ever build this yourself, do not place that many levers. Just place levers where the powered rails are. I did that because I'm crazy. But thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye. Bye.